Yeah!
Ho, ho. How's it going, onesies? It's Josh Williams here. Welcome to the One Man Podcast, episode number 85 for Wednesday, December 26, 2018. Last episode of 2018, guys. How are you? Did you have a good holiday season? Happy holidays to you. Whatever you celebrate, Merry Christmas to those of you that celebrate Christmas. For me, it's just a joyous time of year. Joyous? What a weird thing to say, eh? I think that's just weird. It's so joy. Like I'm walking around with a smile on my face everywhere I go. I like this time of year. It's got no religious connotations for me. It's just a nice time of year where you get together with the people that you love. You know, friends, have some drinks, you know, share some stories, basically get so shit-faced. Just joking. Right. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. We like getting together with people, you know, and then there's some people this time of year who are, you know, lonely, and that sucks. I'm sorry if you're one of them and you're listening. Please know that I'm thinking of you. And then there's those people who are out there who are lonely and miserable, right? And they're the ones who jump down your throat if you say Merry Christmas to them. Because this is the time of year where they get to make you feel bad because they don't have anyone in your life. In their life, sorry. You imagine that that's the kind of people, the ones that get mad about Christmas. And you go, wow, no wonder you're alone. Jumping down my throat. It's funny, like I've been on the cross for like 3 weeks in a row about this bullshit. It's a great time of year. And all of you who are in a positive spirit, good for you. Those of you who are lonely and wish you were in a positive, I'm sorry. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. And you're here with me on the podcast. So we're together in this moment, listening. You know, and then some people have a gun in their mouth. No, I'm just kidding. That's a fucking weird thing to laugh at. Sorry if you're a first-time listener, by the way. It's not always this crazy. It is off the top. Off the top, I never know how to start these things, so I just kind of go into the wacky thoughts that are in my head. I give you a greeting, and then I dissect the greeting to find out if I'm going to get in trouble for it, or if there's anyone else who might be upset with how I say hello. And then I shoot first. I shoot first so that they're mere retaliatory. Guys, I had a relatively fun week. I got to do a show last Wednesday. What did I do? Okay, so I did a show. I did a bunch of promos. I had some hangouts. I got an email this week. Those are all the things that we're going to go through. I am going to try to make this a relatively quick episode. I say that to myself every time, but today I am recording this bright and early. I don't know, maybe 11. Yeah, I think 6 minutes before noon doesn't exactly count as bright and early, but in comparison to when I'm normally recording, I'm recording this podcast just about noon on Christmas Day. So, you know, I've got a bunch of Christmas things to do this afternoon with family, so I got to get this thing recorded and then my ass in gear, right? And there's all the post-production that's to come, because I need to make sure this is out there for you guys. I can't be late with the very first, you know, can't be late the first time out at Christmas, right? You guys get this Boxing Day, which means the vast majority of you are off. So you're not going to be listening to this anyways until maybe later in the week, or maybe this is just an episode that gets skipped and lost in the ether. But regardless, I'm going to have it out there for you guys ready on time. So I'm going to make this a quick one if I can. I did a show last Wednesday for a great group of people, business called Callion out here, a staffing firm. And we were going to their office way out, basically just right across the parking lot from the Canadian Tire Center where the Ottawa Senators play. And yes, if you've ever driven in and you drive past the building on your way to park, that's the building that we were in. So it was a great time. Anytime it's an office party in the middle of the afternoon, it can always go one of two ways. It can be like, oh, it's too light. Everyone knows each other. Everyone's afraid to laugh. These people were amazing. They were great. They had all, like, you know, a lot of them had Christmas sweaters on. One guy was dressed top to bottom. He actually had a tailored suit that was all Christmas, you know, green with Santa Clauses and candy canes on it. It was great. They had alcohol, they had snacks and candy. They sent me home with a bunch of candy, which I promptly gave away because I'm already going to gain enough weight with just the meals in this. I can't have a bunch of excess snacks hanging around. But oh man, they had their thing down tonight. But I did it with my good buddy Alistair McAllister, and when Alistair and I walked in the door, the first thing we saw was a lady holding a baby, and we were like, oh God, this is going to be fucked up. Like, just the office party with a baby there was already like, oh, this is weird. But then it's like, you can't perform stand-up with a baby there, not because you're worried that the baby's going to comprehend what you're saying, but because babies are unpredictable, right? So you get a whole room of people all laughing at once, or, you know, loud microphone or something. The baby might start crying. The baby starts crying in the middle of the show. That does kill momentum. So we were a little concerned, but the baby was gone before the show started. we had such a good time with that crowd. Like, they were so laid back, and it was fun too. We brought a spotlight. They didn't think we needed one at first, but because of the time of year, by the time the show started and the length that it went, it was actually dark out by the time the show finished. So the spotlight was perfect. The room got darker and darker as the event went. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. They were great sports. I had so much fun at that show. So hats off to Callian for being one of the rare office Christmas parties that got it right and had fun. And you know what they did, guys? They gave us the ability to just sort of say, we want to say comics are not all of us are I would say the vast majority of us are not outwardly filthy or disgusting or anything needlessly, but the idea is just to handcuff a comic with so many rules. Don't say this, don't say that, don't say this. Make sure you don't talk about that. Oh, so-and-so lost someone to a wheat disease. So no jokes about fast food or anything that involves buns or any kind of bread jokes. What else? So-and-so hit a pothole and busted a tire. So no jokes about driving or traffic or anything related to any kind of, I guess, vehicle movement technology whatsoever. But have fun out there. Just have, other than that, I mean, there's so many things. Go ahead, have fun. You're like, what the fuck? No, these guys were like, hey, we're a pretty laid back group. This is our Christmas party. Make us laugh. Yeah, it was great. I had a great time. Thank you, Callian, for a wonderful show. Half the time Alistair absolutely crushed in front of me. I had a good time. I was doing half crowd work, just playing around with them in their silly suits and different departments and things like that. And then the other half was just some good old-fashioned material there about all the parents and office jobs and things like that. It was a great time. I had a great time. Thank you, Callian. Boom. Look at that. One story down, 3.5 minutes. All the love to Callian. I did an event this week for a company called Flow Water. The event took place inside the liquor stores. So Flow Water is, I'll give them a little plug. I'm actually drinking one of their things right now. Flow Water, they are a water company. Can you believe that with a name like Flow Water? And Flow Water was doing a promotion with the LCBO being the Liquor Control Board of Ontario for any of my listeners elsewhere in Canada, the United States, or abroad on this planet. It's our liquor stores here in Ontario. So they have just recently started selling alcohol in grocery stores and other places too, but for a very, very long time, you'd only buy liquor at the government controlled liquor store. So the LCBO has always been, a drink responsibly, that's their platform. That's their values. So please drink responsibly. So with Flow Water, and especially this holiday season when everyone's getting drunk and drinking, everyone's like, oh, we don't get drunk. Like people are so weird at the idea that they're when I'm like, hey, when you're drinking, if you get drunk, they say, I don't drink and get drunk. No, I just have a couple of, I swear to God, I'll tell you the story a little later on, but oh my God, people fucking knee-jerk the whole truck. Look, we're drinking. You're at the liquor store. Like, what did you come here for? You're looking to get a little bit inebriated, okay? Because if you weren't, you'd be at the fucking grocery store buying juice. All right? So don't come into the LCBO and act like, what do you? I don't know. What? No, I don't drink to get drunk. I heard that a glass of wine is good for you. Get the fuck out of here. Right? So anyways, drink responsibly, and of course, this holiday season, that's generally speaking when we tend to consume a little more, Taiwan on. It's the holidays after all, right? So, Flow was doing a campaign with the LCBO to encourage people to drink responsibly, and of course, stay hydrated, right? Because what is a hangover if not a deep case of dehydration? So, we were handing out little like what looked like coconut water. Those like those cardboard hermetically sealed packages that you get coconut or water and stuff in. We were giving those out for free, but they just had water in them. So we'd be, hey, have a water. Water? Sorry, what is that? It's water. Was there anything? I'm like, it's a very popular drink. It's 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. You'll smell that on the nose. It is very delicious. It's been, building block of life. It's fucking water. Take the fucking water. Get out of here. Right? So anyways, it was a fun event. They had so many cases of water for us to give away. And they're like, guys, only give out 52 cases the first day and 52 cases the second day. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like we were just nonstop cracking cases. And like the first 2 days it was just myself. And then on the Saturday, I had help, and it was a longer shift, but all I was doing was cracking open water and then stacking it on on the little display table that we had, just so that my partner could constantly reach back and have water to grab. They were in cases of 12. So it was just like the amount of people walking in the door to the liquor store on Saturday, right? Last Saturday before Christmas. There was a lot of people coming in, so I was just nonstop cracking cases, putting them on the table so he had something to hand to people as they came in the door right in the front. Anyways, it was fun. Had a good time. We had shitloads of water left over. Shitloads. They still have shitloads of it there. So I grabbed several cases because I had holiday parties this year. So I grabbed several cases of water and put them in my car. So I'm sipping on one right now. I'll be bringing some to my holiday event with the family this evening. I brought some to some of the other things that I did. Water everywhere, and constant containers to drink. I don't know. So yeah, that was a fun event that we did. I got to spend some time with Crystal on Friday. We hung out. We watched a movie called Bird Box. I think it was Friday. Anyways, I can never tell what day of the week it is anymore because they're so, especially this time of year, they're so similar. Yeah, Bird Box with Sandra Bullock. It just came out on Netflix. We watched that. That was interesting. It was the way Crystal described it to me earlier in the day was it's like that movie A Quiet Place, but with but instead of like the monsters can't hear or whatever, it's like you can't look at them. It was similar. It was basically, it removes one of your senses, which definitely raises the stakes, but it's kind of like a little sci-fi movie. It was fun. It was a fun watch. I mean, there's parts I can't watch a movie without trying to figure it out. I'm always trying to figure shit out and whatnot. So, I was, probably a little annoying going like, okay, but if this is that, what does that mean? So just know that everything gets explained in the movie for the most part. But they tell it in a sort of give you a piece of the puzzle here, give you a piece of the puzzle there, give you a piece of the puzzle here, give you a piece of the puzzle there. So it was interesting. I liked it. I had a good time. It was a good flick. What else this week? We did our roommate Christmas party on Saturday. So we did that over at Noreen's house, Jason's lovely girl, Noreen. That's a weird thing. Lovely girl. What do you say? Girlfriend? Yeah, they're adults. Fuck. Make a commitment. Anyways, we did our roommate Christmas party over there. So we brought over a bunch of cheeses and crackers. We each brought a bottle of wine. Noreen made a really, really nice lasagna. Colin O'Brien, a comic, and his lovely wife Irish made some Caesar salad with like homemade Caesar dressing. It was amazing, very garlicky, but very, very good. And yeah, we did sort of like our little gift exchange and whatnot. Simon had bought us all, I guess some point we're all going to be going out for axe throwing. I'm always teasing Simon saying like he's a fucking axe murderer. So I thought it was really hilarious that he's like, he didn't play off of my joke. He just played right into it. It's like, we're going to go axe throwing. I'm like, well, strange. The axe murderer is taking us axe throwing. Why? So there's an alibi that if there's a body found in the house, it's like, well, we all know how to use an axe now. Could be any one of us there. Anyways, yeah, he got that. Simon, so Simon got us all axe throwing. Kamar got, I don't remember what he got Jason. He got Jason and Noreen are going on a cruise, so he brought Jason a travel bag of face wash products. He bought Simon a tiny little mini fridge thing that holds, that just chills one can. So it's like a fridge that chills one can. It was cute. It was a little Coke container. And then he bought me a flashlight. So, well, I'm trying to think of who else was on the list there. I got Simon a thing of olive oils. Simon is not allowed to use the stove because stove hot, ouchie burn. But Simon loves to go to little Bottega delis and things like that and buy himself cheeses and meats and bagels, and then he likes to come home and just pour olive oil on the bagels and just to eat like that. He eats foods that no Bernie ouchie touch, but so I got him a nice big collection of like different flavored olive oils because he likes like pepper, like hot spicy olive oils and things like that. So I got him like garlic and pepper and jalapeno and different flavored olive oils. Just a nice little gift for him. I got Kamar a book and some candy apples. And then I got Jason a wine glass that's supposed to be like one of the nicest ones you can buy on the planet Earth. It is the one that I had referenced earlier in the Good, Better, Best Wines. I went out to take a look at it because Jason has a very nice collection of glassware that he's particularly proud of. And because he's kind of like me, he's hard to shop for because anything he just wants, he goes out and buys right away. So I thought, well, he fancies himself a wine drinker. He fancies himself a collector of fine glassware. So I got him that for Christmas. And yeah, I'm trying to think. Jason got me a bathrobe finally, because I had a bathrobe that I've been looking to replace, but every time I go to stores like Bed Bath & Beyond or whatever to find one, they're always sold out. Yeah, or they don't have my size. So I've been in need of a bathrobe for some time. Jason got one, super duper. So that was great. That was absolutely fantastic. I was actually just looking at one in Bed Bath last weekend when I was out with my mom, so couldn't have come at a better time. What else? I think he got, I don't know what he got Simon. Oh, he got Simon some speakers for his computer. And he got Kamar an Alexa, Amazon Echo. So, yeah, it was a cool little Christmas gift exchange there. Drinky poo. Sorry, my throat's real sore. It's dry as fuck in the house. That's articulate, Josh. Dry as fuck. It's quite parching in this house at the moment. What else? I met with a guy this week about doing a documentary. We spoke some time ago, but he's doing a documentary about like the comedy scene in Ottawa and the comedian's process. And at first he was dealing only with amateurs specifically. So when he reached out to like film some of these amateurs at Absolute and asked permission if he could film there, I reached out to him and said, hey, so just out of curiosity, what's the documentary about? Because if your documentary is about Ottawa comedians and you're showcasing, Absolute Comedy's club, but the people that you're putting on it are at the absolute entry level, amateur level, I go, we can't have Absolute Comedy being associated with that, because we don't want people to watch this documentary seeing, amateur level comedy and going, oh, that's what Absolute Comedy has? And no, we have pros from all over North America. So I said, depending on what the context is and how you're positioning it, it would make a difference of, whether or not that would be okay. And he said, well, I don't really know any like pros or whatever. Like I'm starting at this level, blah, blah. So him and I got to talking, and then we met this week because he would like to follow and showcase myself as well in this documentary. So met with him very briefly on Sunday, where we were meeting was closing, not long after we got there. So we had a chance to just sort of go over bare bones stuff. But he'll be following me around in the coming months just to get parts of my process and stuff like that. I'm just laughing like I had a process or something. But he'll try to get parts of my process and record one of my headline spots at Absolute Comedy coming up in February. So that's fun. Looking forward to that. And then I went to my buddy Mika's house. Mika and his lovely wife Mel. We played some board games with Mel's brother Brian and his lovely, I guess, girlfriend, wife. I'm not really sure. I believe her name was Jen. She was sick and under the weather. The poor little kid was under the weather. So again, nothing crazy, but went there earlier in the evening, stayed till well past midnight, had a great time seeing my friends and hanging out in the holidays. Their little fella was sick. So he woke up a couple times crying. He wasn't feeling good, but, anyways, yeah. So I had a good time. I got to hang out with friends, spend the holidays. It was good. It was good. And then yesterday, all I did was Christmas prep stuff for today. So I worked well into the night and was just exhausted getting stuff done and, prepared and whatnot for today. So, then I had to tear myself out of bed this morning and try to start doing prep for the podcast. I've done nothing this week in preparation for the podcast. So all my notes and choosing the articles and reading the books and stuff, I had to spend the early hours of today getting all that stuff ready and figured out. So here we are. Boom. Huh? How about that? Not even 20 minutes in, and I'm already done talking about last week, except for the fact that I played Red Dead Redemption 2. Huh? Great game. I peppered in little bits of that here and there. I am thoroughly enjoying that, as I'm sure most of the planet that's playing it is. Red Dead Redemption 2 is an old West style GTA game. So anyone who would even be the slightest bit interested in hearing me talk about this probably already has a pretty good handle on what it is. But being the completionist that I am very slowly moving through the game, picking up little things here and there. Killing animals, skinning them, finding out I've ruined the pelt by putting a shotgun blast through a bunny's head. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that would absolutely obliterate a rabbit carcass? But no, I'm having fun with Red Dead. Anybody who wants to give me little tips and shit on that, I could definitely use them, because I'm barely understanding certain parts of the game. Like I didn't know what the difference between the cores were and then the other part around it. So someone was like, one's like your shields and then the other one's like your actual whatever the fuck it is. I was like, okay. So, there's that. That was fun. I also want to know how to craft things. I never use anything that I drink. So every time I'm looting something, I've already got like everything that I'm already carrying too much. So I need to start, drinking stuff and using up the stuff that I'm carrying on me. Good. Listen to me being articulate. Anyways, anyone who's playing Red Dead, feel free to reach out to me, make some suggestions. How do I kill the animals to, get what I need? Where should I go? Someone had told me I need to get the Legend of the East or whatever, or Legend of the West satchel, because then I can carry shitloads of stuff. So now my priority number one will be getting that satchel. But I know that there's a ton of stuff that I need to get in advance. Like I have to find a bunch of animals. Anyways, having fun with Red Dead. Very fun little escape from reality into the old West. And then finally, my question before we move on to the sponsors and reviews, guys. Okay, that fucking quick is what did you get for Christmas? What did you get for the holidays? Doesn't matter. I say Christmas. That's just force of habit. Okay. What did you get for this holiday season? All right. What did you get that you're really excited about? What did you get that surprised you? Send me the emails, contact@onemanpodcast.com. I'd love to know what's going on with you guys. I've been having big meals and stuff, right? Because every time you do holiday parties and shit, you get fed. And, oh, buddy, I tell you, buddy, yeah, that's you guys, my onesies and my buddies. I tell you, I am spending a lot of evenings this week laying in bed, just feeling full. I got a big carton of eggnog downstairs that I really want to get into, but like you have a glass of eggnog, you're like, so full. So, yeah, I'm excited for yet another day of mealing, but just rolling around with my belly full. So that's that. I'm not looking forward to that aspect of it. It's just the full feeling. But, it's funny too, as I get older, I'm just like, God, there's only so many more days I can do this to myself before something pops inside and there's too much fat for the surgeons to cut through before they can get to it to save me. Huh? That's a weird thing to say. But speaking of that, I will get into our partners at portablepress.com. Uncle John's bathroom reader, guys. I have decided to read from one of the very, very first Uncle John's bathroom readers before they even had silly names. This is just Uncle John's second bathroom reader. On the back, they have a big heading that says, "It's time for number 2. Uncle John's second bathroom reader, guys. And the article I chose to do was body parts. We were laying around feeling full, little pains here and there. My knees hurt too when I wake up sometimes. Maybe I'm sleep blowing, people. But yeah, everything hurts. So I figured maybe this week I would just read about body parts. Some interesting facts about the human body. How much blood is running through your body right now? If you're an average person, about 6 quarts. If you've got a normal head of hair, you have about 100,000 hairs in your head. I certainly do not. But if you're a redhead, you've probably got only about 90,000 for some reason. Redheads have less hair than other people. Blondes, on the other hand, have more hair on their head. I am a blonde, and I have less hair. Huh? And not the stuff that I shaved. I'm talking about the stuff that just grows naturally. So that sucks. Your brain weighs about 3 pounds. It contains 14 billion cells. A human hair grows at an average rate of 8 inches per year. At birth, an infant has 350 bones. As the child grows, many bones fuse with other bones. So by the time the child is grown, his or her body contains only 206 bones, give or take a few. Not every bone does what it's supposed to. Your heart will probably beat 36 million times this year. Jeez. Hope mine does. Your eye measures about 1 inch in diameter. It weighs around 1/4 of an ounce. If you're a man, your eyes are slightly bigger than the average woman's. We just see things better, that's why we're more reasonable. No, if your sense of smell isn't working, you can't taste an onion. Don't feel free to tell us why. It doesn't say. The normal adult has 656 muscles. 42% of an average male's body weight is muscle. 38% of an average female's body weight is muscle. And if you don't choose to identify as either, it probably comes in at the middle at about 40%. I just made up that last fact. As an infant grows, the body part that grows the least is the eye. While the rest of an adult body is 20 times bigger than it was at birth, the eye is only 3.25 times bigger. The average adult gets 7.5 hours of sleep every night. As we age, we need less sleep until we hit our 60s, when the need starts to increase again. And the running feet at the bottom, men are 10 times more likely to be colorblind than women. And that, my friends, is Uncle John's bathroom reader. Uncle John's second bathroom reader. Geez. It is the second bathroom reader. Why am I looking for? Oh yeah, that's body parts. I'm like, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to say that I can't think of? Hey gang, I'll be at Absolute Comedy this week. All right, Absolute Comedy in Kingston, December 27th to the 31st. I will also be at Absolute Comedy in Ottawa, February 19th to the 24th, headlining that week here in my home club in Ottawa. So, if you'd like to buy tickets for that, see your old pal Yoshue, go to absolutecomedy.ca, or just check out absolutecomedy.ca to find out the lineups, whatever show is going on in your town at any time. Absolute Comedy is the best live stand-up comedy from across North America, with locations in Kingston, Toronto, and Ottawa, Ontario. These comedians have been featured on Just for Laughs, Netflix, Comedy Central, CBC's The Debaters, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Conan, The Comedy Network, and much, much more. Go to absolutecomedy.ca to see this week's lineup. Planning a night out is easy with dinner and show packages available at all locations. Live comedy is a great choice if you're organizing a celebration, fundraiser, company outing, or corporate event. Want the show brought to you? They'll send comedians to your venue with performances tailored to your event, creating a night of laughs your guests will love and won't soon forget. So for showtimes, ticket prices, gift certificates, special shows, and more, head to absolutecomedy.ca. Again, that's absolutecomedy.ca for the best live stand-up comedy from across North America. And we're Bizak, yo. Also, guys, my partner's at Summersby, right? Or I should say, I say Summersby, but I've also got the whole Cronenberg lineup that I regularly announce. And of course, my partners at Summersby and Cronenberg are all under the Carlsberg label. So Carlsberg really should be my sponsor there. But the parties I'm doing, I'm always bringing a few different cans of Summersby and Cronenberg so people could try. A lot of Cronenberg Blancs going out the door, a lot of Cronenberg Fert Rouge, a lot of Cronenberg, regular Cronenberg, a lot of Summersby, going out the door at the LCBOs while I'm there. Noticing that makes me smile, right? People got good tastes, means I got good taste too, right? If I had I'm sponsored by Budweiser, it's like, oh, gross. I'm like, guys, have you tried the taste of fresh horse piss? Well, that stuff is way better than Budweiser, but it costs less. So if you want a drink that tastes worse than horse piss and you want to pay a lot for it, grab yourself a Budweiser. Budweiser tastes like absolute donkey jizz. It is the worst. But people drink it. You know why? Because people are stupid. Budweiser is on at the Super Bowl. It's on at NASCAR. Budweiser is a drink that if you are stupid, you can walk into a bar and go, give me a Budweiser. I'm a real man. You can order yourself a Budweiser, sit down, everyone will know you're a fucking tool, but you, because you are a stupid, insecure man, you watch sports and you go, Budweiser's on at sports, and I want people to think I'm a man. I have a Budweiser, terrible taste in my mouth, but it's not as bad as the insecurity in my heart. Budweiser, the king of beers, if you're not really that regal. Fuck's sakes, I'm overtired. I hope somebody laughed mildly at that. Anyways, I was just trying to talk myself out of it at the end. All right. You've painted yourself into this corner with this accent and this point, Josh. Where are you going with it? So Carlsberg is my sponsor. And check their other lineup, guys. There's a lot of different Summersbys. You got pear, you got watermelon, red rhubarb, blackberry. There's semi-dry and the regular flagship Summersby. Lots to choose from, lots to enjoy. Do it. And then you got the Cronenberg Blanc Fruit Rouge, guys. Lots of delicious flavors to try. Matter of fact, Crystal and I drank the Fruit Rouge when we were watching the movie. And I think we both relatively enjoyed it. Who is dinging at me now? Huh? I can't have a moment's fucking peace without someone trying to get a hold of me. Oh, it's fucking my mother sending bitmojis. Just Merry Christmas. I've already talked to you like 3 times today. It's me angry. It's Christmas. My mom's coming. What the fuck? So get yourself a beverage of some kind from my Cronenberg partners. And who did I forget? Huh? Did I forget them? You bet your ass I did not. I never forget my partners at DK Darling Kindersley, guys. And this week, oh baby, is a book that I wasn't even sure if they were going to send me. And it was on at Costco. And I was like, I'm going to have to buy this book because if they don't send it to me, I don't want to miss my opportunity to save on it. And guys, this week's book is called Timelines of Everything from the Smithsonian. Now, believe it or not, they actually have this book like if you picked it up and looked at it, there's no way I would bet anyone, people will say it once I give them the information, but there's no way anyone would have looked at this and thought it's a book that should be listed under DK's kids section. And the things like, I could see where kids can learn from it. Absolutely. But this book, Timelines of Everything, is just that. Every page has timelines on it, and they're done in different visual ways. So for example, I'm looking at one right now that's just the birth of the United States, and it's done like an American flag. So you get the flag, basically both pages are done like an American flag. And then in the stars and stripes, they've actually beautifully put in the timelines. So it's really cool how they use the flag and the stripes as the timeline. They have lots of different countries' timelines and things like that. They have just as an example, the Great Libsyn earthquake. Okay, so the one that shook Europe, knocked over all sorts of different buildings. They have piracy timelines, so how pirates worked and things like that. And again, these are all done in timelines. The story of dance, so how dance evolved from the very beginning. Settling the Pacific. I'm just randomly grabbing pages, just as an example, because this book is several. Well, let me give you an exact number. I was going to say several hundred, but it is. It's 300 pages, guys. Several hundred pages. The one that I really, really liked was that they did the timeline of the civil rights movement, and they have it's done like a bunch of newspaper clippings sitting beside each other in the timelines of how they progressed. 1960s has it's done like tie-dye. The story of spying is so cool, and just how it evolved from BC ancient spies to modern day spying. It's stupid cool. This book is stupid cool. You would be able to pick this book up and then be able to just, if someone's having a conversation with something like, I think that this happened in this time or whatever, depending on what it is, like telecommunications, there's robots in this. So just the timeline of robotics and how they work, timelines of biology, it's, I can't say enough about this book. I saw it on their website. I saw it as a kid's book, and I was like, oh, well, I'm like, you know what? It looks kind of cool from what I saw. I'm like, yeah, maybe send it to me. All right. And then I saw it at Costco, and I had a chance to flip through it and see it in its entirety. And I really, I think every single time I had it in my cart for most of my trip through Costco, and then just said, I'm going to wait till my shipment comes because I think it's going to be in there. And sure enough, it was. But I got to tell you guys, this book, I would pay. Not only would I buy it at Costco, but I would pay the full cover price for this book. It's just so outstanding to look at visually. The information is great. It's short and sweet. So instead of being like, DK does a great job when they pick one subject and they go on a whole book on it, right? There's so much information, but it's just great as even just a quick reference to particular times and terms, right? Like Mesopotamia is in here, all sorts of ancient world stuff. Sorry, I closed and put it down, but I keep going back to it because it's so fucking cool. There's Islamic empires, the destruction of Pompeii. It's really, really cool, guys. Big battles, all sorts of stuff. I could flip to any page and just be mesmerized. The 1848 revolutions, and this is also done newspaper clippings. Let me see if I can find something else. The British Empire. There's a lot of history stuff, of course, but that's a lot of what timeline is. I've just found the American Civil Wars in here, colonialism in Africa, the voyage of the RMS Titanic. So just, I don't know. I would say pick it up. If you guys have any kind of interest in history, timelines, you're going to fucking learn a lot from this. Here's the timeline of archaeology from how it started early days, guys. Oh, man. Soviet Union. We're looking at Reagan here with what's his name? Well, why don't I read it and I'll find out. Mikhail. Yeah, it's Gorbachev. That's the one. I was like, why can't I think of it? His birthmark wasn't shown in that picture. That's why. Anyways, it's like, yeah, but if you just know who was the fucking Russian guy during Reagan's term, Josh, you would know. Well, I don't, because I'm an idiot, and I've never made any claims to the contrary. So yeah, guys, Dorling Kindersley's timelines of everything, of course, with their partner, the Smithsonian, right? So you know that they know what this shit is. They got the biggest goddamn museums in the world, or single museum in the world, because again, I don't know anything. So check that out. Thank you to my partners, DK Carlsberg. Let's upgrade them to that. Absolute Comedy, and of course, portablepress.com, Uncle John's Bathroom Readers. Coming up this week, guys. Oh, wait, before I tell you what's going on this week, I gotta do my touch and go call. Right? Gotta do a little touch and go, little squibbity boop. So let's get a hold of the touch and go person herself. Let's call my mom here and see how her day's going. She'll probably apologize or start telling boring stories, but we'll touch and go with her. I'll tell you what's going on this week, read the email, and sign off.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Welcome to the One Man Podcast. You're the person that I'm calling this week. It's recording now, just so that you know.
Oh, for the love of bananas.
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not on the toilet.
Okay. They wouldn't. They can't see it, so it wouldn't have really mattered, I don't think.
Oh, okay then.
Okay,
We'll just talk as if.
Well, it's a very brief call. I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but it's just a quick little thing where I check in with somebody. But since today we're getting together for Christmas, and I couldn't think of who else would be okay to bother on Christmas Day.
Aw, aren't you sweet?
Yeah, I don't like you very much, though.
Okay, alrighty then.
I'm just joking. So what are we doing today, Mom? Why don't you tell the listeners what the plan is today?
Well, the plan is to relax until 3 o'clock and then call Josh for a ride. Go and get a friend called Manny.
You don't have to be that specific. What are we doing? We're having a meal, right?
Yeah, we're having a meal.
Yeah.
And I was going to bring a game to play at the while we're having coffee and dessert.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go to your house to play a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to bring some snack to have between the games.
Yeah. What are we doing? We're having a meal. We're getting together with some people, and we're going to play some games later on, right?
Yeah.
How's your?
And if everything's going well, we could have a rumble, break a few chairs, and break a few glasses.
Okay.
I had to say that in case Jason's listening.
Oh, Jason doesn't listen to the podcast. He doesn't. He doesn't understand technology. You're better at technology than he is.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I think so. So what have you done with your Christmas morning so far?
So far, I've mostly messaged people and told them how much I love them and how grateful I am to have them in my life. I don't think I sent that to you.
I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. I know you're very lucky to have me. I'm your proudest achievement.
Sorry. Yeah, I have a lot of people to say Happy Christmas to and everything.
Yeah.
And I slept in till 9. I would normally sleep in longer, but I just, for some reason, woke up at 9.
Do you have anybody who yells at you for saying Merry Christmas? Because it's not happy. Because it's not Happy Holidays or whatever.
I have never had that problem ever. I don't know what all that hype is on the internet about not saying Merry Christmas. I have never had that happen from anyone.
They don't send you office emails at the government saying be sure to say Happy Holidays and not Merry Christmas?
Nope. We say Merry Christmas at my department. And we say Happy Diwali, and we say Happy Eid or Happy Hanukkah or whatever it happens to be.
Yeah, but you don't accidentally land on the wrong one with the wrong person?
Most immigrants that I am aware of and that I have met are happy to say Merry Christmas, and they're happy to have the time off. And if I had my way, we'd have time off for every holiday and every religion. I'd take every one of those days off, man.
Yeah, but I've
never had anyone say different.
But of course, not everyone who doesn't say Merry Christmas is an immigrant, too. Like, you have Jewish people that live here. They're Canadians. They're just not.
Yeah, but most of them are used to Christmas and are happy to say Merry Christmas.
They've been acclimatized to Christmas. Wow, I better wrap things up with you before it gets too politically incorrect. You're like, let me tell you, most immigrants. I'm like, okay, it's a religious thing, not necessarily
more holidays, not less. If we took the holy out of holidays, we'd have no holidays left. So if it wasn't for religion, we wouldn't have holidays. So in that vein, vive la religion.
Right. So your tolerance comes out of laziness, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I like holidays.
Okay.
I like holidays. I defy anyone to say they don't like holidays.
Okay. Are you feeling any better? You were sick this week.
I am a little better than I was. I still have a kind of a bubble in my nose.
Yeah, a bubble in your brain too?
Right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, the bubble in my brain stays like a level. It's like a level, Josh.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get this podcast finished so I can come in and do...
Merry Christmas, everybody.
They're not here.
We'll never have peace, so let's just ask for tolerance from God this year.
You're an atheist.
Bye for now. Works in my family.
Whack job. Okay. I love you, Mom. I'll talk to you a little bit later on.
Bye for now.
Bye. Oh, for God's sakes. That's why I don't like talking to her. Anyways. There you go. So that's a little weirdness from my mother on the podcast. So, what do we got coming up this week? We got the Christmas dinner this afternoon, games with family, of course, this night. I am spending some time with Crystal tomorrow on Boxing Day. No going out on Boxing Day. We're gonna do some gift exchange. Her bring some gifts over for the kiddos, things like that. That is going to be a fun time. I can't wait. We're going out to her work, the farm. There's animals there that are all by themselves during the holiday season, so we get to go see animals. That's my big excitement. I like animals. I get to take a goat for a walk, huh? How about that? Not even going to try to fuck them. Just a nice friendly walk with a goat. That's that's what I'm going to be doing. And then, of course, I leave to go to Absolute Comedy in Kingston on Thursday. So I'm going to be there for the rest of the course of the weekend, doing some shows. And that's about it, you know. Happy New Year's to you guys on Monday. That's going to be a fun thing, right? I get to fly into town for New Year's gig, fly back out of town after the gig. Oh, man, that's going to be fucking fun. Might even see fireworks from the sky. So be sure that you're following all the socials, guys, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, because I'll try to put some of those, you know, try to film it, put some videos up there. Where the documentary guy is probably going to come with us on New Year's. I keep calling it, I believe his name is Robert. I communicate with people. I know where to be and when, but I don't always know their fucking names. Let me get his name because I don't want to feel like a piece of garbage. His name is, come on, scroll faster. Right, it is Robert. Oh, look at me go. So old Bobby is going to be coming up in the plane with us too, if his schedule works out for him, to film some stuff about that. But yeah, so that's that. It's going to be a fun week coming up, guys. And of course, you'll hear about it all in the 2019, because this is the last episode of 2018. Hope the year was fantastic for all of you guys. Send me some emails, guys. contact@onemanpodcast.com. Let me know what you got as gifts. Let me know all that fun shit. I can't wait to hear about it. I do have an email this week from my good pal Red. Red, thank you for emailing in. Red writes, "Hey, I have a new segment for your podcast. What's our album today? To preface, I listen to your podcast mainly in my car, and it seems that it needs to assign an album, and perhaps your podcast doesn't always give me one. So it makes one up. So today I'm listening to episode 83, and I look at my card display and see that the album is Christmas at the Vatican. Very appropriate, I think. LOL. So I'll let you know what episode 84 ends up being. Hope you have a lovely Christmas. Are you looking to get anything fun as a present? We just finished our basement reno, so I'm excited to enjoy the space over the holidays. I wanted to also take this opportunity to apologize for my low energy when you called me on Touch and Go. Oh, God, no. My family and I had been sick for a week, and we had been trying to potty train my son, plus daycare drama related to that, and needless to say, it had been a stressful 2 weeks. I think that was my first normal day in a while. Everything is going better now, though. Good, I'm glad to hear. And don't worry about it, guys. That's the whole point of Touch and Go, is to check in on you, see how you're doing. If your energy is low, that's just where you're at. Fuck, you guys listen to episodes of me where it's been a shit week, and I'm really struggling through some dark shit or whatever, and it's, you know, the whole point of this is to be honest, right? I want this to be a place where all of us can share some honest shit and be who we are, and, you know, be like, it's just where we are right now, right? That's what this fucking podcast should have been called. It's just been called the Here's Where I'm At Right Now podcast, you know? So if you want to email in some shit, don't feel like you have to have something that's super happy-go-lucky to email in. You know, like I said, feel free to just, you know, be like, hey, just so people, you know, somebody's listening, this happened and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm good. Positive, negative, goofy, wacky, zany, whatever it is, feel free to share it. And if I call you guys Touch and Go, man, like my mom didn't like doing the podcast with me, the one that we did, the episode with me and her, because she's like, well, I just was wanted it to be funny and stuff, and you were just asking all these serious questions. I'm like, yeah, well, it's what an interview should be. Like these hacky bullshit interviews on TV with someone for like 5 minutes where it's all, oh my God, I was trying to learn how to park, right? Oh my God. Blah, 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 blah. Just stupid. I'm trying to think of the one from Kimmel that I went to where she was just talking about driving. It was so smarmy and fake. I just hated it. I hate it. I hate that office, political, professional, you know, like everyone's joking. It's so funny. Oh my God. Yes. It's like, but no one's saying anything. I think that's what I like about this space is it's real shit. Anyways, all that to say, email me, okay? Email me. And did was there anything I was hoping to get? It's funny. I don't know if anyone believes me when I say this. I really don't, because I say it every year and people are just like, well, I tried to, I don't know. I guess maybe some people's circles, it's like whatever they buy, they're expecting to get the same thing back. I enjoy Christmas shopping every year, but I really do enjoy giving. I enjoy seeing people's smiles when they get my gift or whatever. I enjoy people maybe just having a moment where they see that I put thought into their gift. You know what I mean? Like people get something and it's like, oh wow, like you actually, this isn't just like a little trinket or whatever. Like you spent the time to know a little something about me and to get me something that I would enjoy. I had a conversation with my buddy Peter the other day, how he was saying he had to go out and get some gift cards and stuff. And again, no judgment. This is just my feelings on the holidays. Is like, I don't like gift cards. You know, there was a couple years where my brother just bought me a Costco gift card. It was like he got me the same gift every year, and I was like, oh, I'm not ungrateful for any gifts, but I don't want just like hey, I know you shop here you go. You know, and especially do the same thing every year, because after a while it turns into the red roses on Valentine's Day. It's like, it's just like a cliche, you know, don't get me the same thing that everybody gets, you know. Oh, hey, red roses and box of chocolates on Valentine's Day. Aren't I original? Everyone wants to see someone put a little effort, you know, into the attempt. Right. So there's gifts that when you get them, you know that there's zero effort put into, and it's nice, but it's like, you know what? We're all struggling. Well, no, we're not all struggling. Some of the people I know are doing quite well, but we're all just trying to make it through the day, right? So the idea is like, and here's the thing too, I guess, if you're not struggling and you put zero effort into a gift, then I'm a little insulted, you know? I don't mean finances. I just mean effort, right? If you're crazy busy, every day swamped, you know, you're struggling financially, then I don't care. Then you don't even have to do anything, you know, just maybe make something, you know, if you're doing something, just make a little card or whatever, but you know, but that still takes time and effort, right? Like, hey, I stopped in a gas station and I bought you a pack of batteries. It's like, you know, I mean, right now I wish you could see the look on my face, but that's just mind blowing to me. So I think gift cards and stuff like that, like I would rather someone took half the value of the gift card and got me something that, you know, was special or unique to me, that there was little thought put into, that shows like, hey, I know who you are as a person and I know what your interests are. You know what I mean? Just little things like that, you know. I think that those go a lot further for me. So when I buy someone a gift, I just go, what do I know about this person? What do I think that their interests are, or what do I think they're going through right now, or whatever it is that they may appreciate, like, you know. And like I said, even guys like Jason, that I know if he really wanted something, he'd buy it. He's doing very well financially. There's not a thing in the world that would stop him from buying whatever he wanted. But something like glassware, he wouldn't go out, he wouldn't do the research and this and that. So I was able to get him something to his tastes that shows that I know about him and something that he, you know, holds in high regard. Again, and if anyone's like, oh, I pat myself back, I'm not trying to pat myself in the back. I'm just trying to say that, like, even if there's people that you don't think, you know, that you know anything about or whatever, then make an attempt, talk to someone that they know, you know what I mean? Like there's always something that you can do for somebody that you care about, you know, versus just going out and buying a gift card. So, but I think I originally started this by saying, I don't usually think, oh, what am I going to get? And I don't shop like, well, I don't think he's spending more than this on me, so I'm not going to spend more than, I don't do that. I just go, what can I like to see the look on people's faces when they open something and they know that thought and care was put into it, and hopefully it's something that they like, you know? So, I often forget, oh yeah, when I give this to the person, they're going to have something for me too. So, I don't generally expect anything for Christmas. And like I said, I like Jason, if there's anything I really want, generally speaking, I go out and get it, because especially when I do the gift exchanges with certain people in my life, I don't for a second anticipate that they're going to get anything that I'm actually interested in. So I just, you know, just wait and see what happens. I enjoy the time. I enjoy the time. So, yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. That's the podcast for this week, guys. You can send in an email if you want. Contact at onemanpodcast.com. I'm always happy to read them and share my wacky thoughts on everything. Follow the show, the socials, guys. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. One Man Podcast. You'll find me. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play Music. There's all sorts of other places that you can subscribe to, guys, but just those are the main ones. And please feel free to leave a review. 5 stars, of course. Just helps the podcast out, right? And the more people that hear it and listen to it, the more I get to, you know, focus on other things and do less other stuff, Basically, the more popular the podcast gets, the little bit easier my life gets, the more effort I put into it. Anyways, gang, do appreciate you being here. Happy holidays to you. If you are listening to this on Boxing Day, I hope it's a stress-free day and it's not running around trying to get, the $20 cheaper door crash, whatever. Stay home. Enjoy the time with your family. It's not worth standing in line for 4 hours to save $20. That's the amount of money you would have made working a minimum wage job for those 4 hours. Go drive Uber for 4 hours and make money, and then you don't have to stand in line trying to get something that's $20 off. Our Boxing Day specials in Canada are way worse than they are in the States. In the States, they got like TVs that are $200-$300 off. We get one that's like, you'll get like a no-name brand television for $200, and you're like, that's a great deal. And you're like, no, that's what that TV costs $250 normally. They took $50 off. It's nothing. And it's still a garbage television. All right. In the States, they have real things where you're getting not exactly, but you'll get like a $400 gaming system for $200. That's half price. That shit, we don't get that here. All right. You might get $20 off of a video game or something. Again, just wait until, a month from now when it's a special and it'll be on sale again, $20 off. We don't get big sales here. Anyways. That's it for me. All right. I hope you guys had a great holiday season. I hope you have a fantastic New Year's Eve. Of course, just remember to, if you're drinking, don't drive. Hydrate. Okay. Keep the waters going. Have your drinks, but just try to every couple of drinks, just throw a glass of water in your system, just so you don't fucking feel it on January 1st. Okay. I'm thinking of each and every one of you. I love you guys very much. Happy holidays to you. Best of the rest of 2018, and I will talk to you guys in the new year.